The one thing that absolutely breaks my heart is seeing people go through the exact same mistakes that I made, knowing that I wasn't able to do enough on my part to communicate, but also to get them to execute on my communication of what they should be doing versus what they actually are doing. Welcome back, everyone. If you're new to my videos, my name is Josh Ello. I talk about business and personal finance advice, mainly how to start and scale your business. And I'll be honest with you, I had a rough week in communications with some people this week. The one thing that I hate to see, and the reason I hate to see this, like you'll get into it, like this video will be short, so watch it all the way through because you'll get the value out of it. You'll get the point. Hopefully you can save on a lot of the mistakes that I had to make myself. But one of the things that I absolutely hate to see is mistakes that I've either made or am still making and then allow people to do it. So the specific example is I had literally had like 6 people reach out within a 2 to 3 day period asking about either getting coaching or asking about the $300 in incentives, the cash bonuses. And every person that, in this case, I believe everyone was younger than me that asked, which may add to it, because now that I think about it, everyone that's older than me that's asked about it has executed on it, but everyone that's younger, it's been more hit or miss. So the big thing I've been talking about on my channel for a while now is there's almost 10 grand in cash bonuses, not loans, 10 grand in cash bonuses that are out forever. This is before Corona, to start your new business that I've found over the years. The reason I share this so much is because I know that if I had an extra 10 grand, if I had any money to start, let alone 10 grand, when I started my companies, it would have made a difference, as well as lowering my risk. And I could have scaled a lot more quickly between buying an employee or paying for ads or whatever the case may be. But I literally had multiple people this week. They'd reach out, they'd ask about either paid coaching or they'd ask about the incentives. I'd tell them what they need to do to get the incentives. And then they would say, oh, like, let me think about it, which all let me think about it means is I don't have the courage to tell you no. And that's partially on me because I'm the one that's selling the idea. But to put this challenge that I'm seeing into words, I'm seeing people that say they desire to grow, but because of an ego barrier, which we all have, including myself, very much so, including everyone, because of an ego barrier, they think that they know better. But if they knew better, they wouldn't be where they are, and they wouldn't be asking for a free 10K because they already know better to have it. But like every single one of these people, they knew better than the questions they were asking. And the reason that this breaks my heart so much is because I've done this with and I'll give you this specific example. I had a mentor that's probably worth over $250 million. Recommend one, he was going to invest a good amount of money with me into one of my businesses, but 2, he recommended what I should do because I seemed like I was struggling a couple years ago, and I was. He could see right through any of my BS, and I turned it down because I thought I knew better. If I'm worth X, someone worth $250 million who's definitely seen more than me. Which one do you think has a better picture from a business financial perspective? Who would you trust the advice from? But I just took my own, oh no, I know better, let me finish this out. And it worked out, but it didn't work out to the scale that it could have if I had actually taken that advice and done that thing that was recommended. So the same exact thing. These people are asking, what do I need to do? Like, how do I start this business? How do I start this LLC? What should I sell? How do I get the 10K? And then I offer them a way to have that, but because they're poor, and I say poor, it could mean financially, but because they're poor mentally, they have limiting beliefs, like a poor mindset, which I've had, and I'm still overcoming, and every single person is kind of overcoming. They're afraid to take action because they have to be right. They have to think that they thought of it themselves. But they're reaching out to me for advice. So if I could plead with you, if you're watching this video, if you're following the channel, whatever the case may be, please, 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 please don't make the mistake of thinking you know better. This is a mistake that I've made, but I'm really seeing it a common occurrence this week. And it's not saving you money, but it's literally it's prevented 6 people this week from getting $9,300 because they knew better. And now I don't want to deal with them because they're clowns. And now from a time standpoint, as a businessman, I have no reason to want to deal with them because I don't think they respect their time or my own, so why would I spend more time on that? In essence, in big picture, screwing themselves out of the money and then wondering why, oh, everything's so hard, there's ups, there's downs. That's not the case. So please, 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 like, I would beg for this. Don't make the same mistake that I've made by thinking that I know better. Your ego is your enemy. I guess one thing would be, instead of saying I want to think about it, which is just the way of saying I don't have the courage to say no, just tell people no. But like the whole point of, if you value your time, this is a separate rant, but it goes into the same thing, I guess. If you value your time, why would you be wasting time trying to set up a deal with somebody, but then not get the deal done as quick as possible? If you value your time, it should be, I want to think about this, this, this. But if you're just using the, like, people, especially in sales, it's huge. And there's ways to combat it, and I combated it. But if you're the one making the objection, instead of saying I want to think about it, there's, of course you want to think about it. All that doesn't get either party that's trying to get a deal done any closer to getting the deal done. If you truly want to get the deal done, if you're not just a selfish person, put out there what you want about the deals to change or get done, and then go from there. And by all means, say, if I'm wrong, keep doing what you're doing. I hope it works. I pray. I genuinely, like, it doesn't affect me. I genuinely want you to do well. But when you're not, and you wonder why you're not, and someone tells you why you're not, you gotta get over yourself. And this is purely me talking to myself, not to you. But use the exact mistake that I've made and I'm making to learn from, please. So you don't have to make it yourself. I hope this video was helpful, give you a little bit of perspective on stuff. If you have any specific questions, the best way to get a hold of me is to DM me on Instagram at @TheJoshAlvo. I'd be happy to help answer any questions I can. If you want more information on the $9,300 in cash bonuses, I can walk you step by step through. All I want to do is set up a deal between you and I. If I can get you $9,300, you don't have to necessarily pay $4,000 for a coaching program, but incentivize both of us. The money's there, it's free. I know plenty about how to start your own business. That's my offer to you. Thank you all so much for watching. See you all in the next video.